away from you that young, and when you're just thinking of all the wonderful things they're going to do.
Are you interested in hearing about me?
Yeah.
I really loved him, and I really loved working with him. It was a unique experience in my life. I never worked with an actor again that was quite that way.
And then I found this ring that Dad gave my new mother. So I took it and threw it in the river.
Good.
I thought you'd like that.
Did you ever find it?
Never. They tried.
Sad to think that he had to die so young.
My friend had died, and I hadn't lost anyone. And by that time, he had come to mean a great deal to me, because he was the substance of the proof that it could happen, and that it wasn't a waste of time, and that it all meant something. And all of a sudden, whatever meant something had come to an end. There was no more Jimmy.
An actor always asks himself, who am I? And I don't think Jimmy had quite finished answering that question. I don't think he was a finished person. He had a lot of things to do.
I know that he wanted to become a director. And he always said that his greatest fear was writing, because he didn't know if he really had anything that was worthwhile saying, because he respected, the great writers. And he didn't want to put his characters in a position where finally when they spoke, he found out that he really had nothing to say. So he had a lot of insecurity about that. But I think he would have turned into a great director and writer and filmmaker. I think that's where he was going.
On the night James Dean died, artist Kenneth Kendall began working on the statue that Jimmy had wanted. 6 months later in Fairmont, Indiana, the finished bronze bust was mounted on a pedestal in the cemetery where Jimmy was buried. As James Dean was being honored in death, he was also being slurred. Shortly after its dedication, the sculpture was sawed off its foundation and has never been recovered. Immediately after its disappearance, rumors began to surface that it had been taken by war veterans who were angered not only because the statue honored a movie star instead of a soldier, but also because they claimed that Jimmy had avoided military service by registering as a homosexual.
I know some of the veterans were, kind of up in arms about it, but no, I'm a veteran myself, and I didn't hear anything about it, and it really didn't bother me. I know definitely he was not a homosexual. The last time Jim was home, we went out, and I won't reveal it any farther, but I do know definitely that he was not.
I really don't pay attention to stories like that. Don't they say that about everybody that gets famous, it seems like? I mean, they're always after him, looking for some kind of dirt.
Along with the disappearance of James Dean's bust, many of his personal belongings are also gone. The tape recordings he made of his private thoughts and feelings, and the 16mm movies that he took on the set of Giant are still among the missing. However, the most bizarre disappearance was that of James Dean's car itself. Shortly after being displayed in a number of car shows, it too vanished and has never been found. No one knows what would have become of Jimmy had he lived. One can only guess. What we do know is that James Dean was one of our most gifted actors. Having made only 3 motion pictures, he was nominated for an Academy Award as Best Actor in 2 of them, East of Eden and Giant.
We're not gonna be lonely anymore. Ever, ever. Not you or me.
I love somebody. All the time I've been looking for someone to love me, and now I love somebody. And it's so easy. Why is it easy now?
I don't know. is for me, too.
I love you, Jim. I really mean it.
Well, I'm
James Dean has been immortalized in music, books, and in films. But most of all, he is immortalized in our hearts. Forever, James Dean.